So it's been a couple weeks. How about we do a game update? Hello everyone, hope you're doing excellent. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks, and a bit's been going on. So the last game update I did, I talked a lot about basically specific things that I've been working on in the game. Today I will be talking about stuff that I've been working on specifically with Todd the Troll, but I also have some other stuff I want to talk about as well. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the Read It forums. This is kind of what I've been working on. Just kind of implementing some level design and seeing what works. Obviously, this is kind of satirizing the Reddit forums, and basically my thought process was this is kind of the polar opposite of the Mootworks sewer system. So I made it kind of all techy, and it's just like a very uptight, high security place. So the mods, you have to take them out or avoid them, and they're just kind of, they patrol back and forth, and then on a timer are set to try and shoot you, and they shoot in the direction that you're in, and the lasers are just a projectile you have to avoid. The elevators are a bad, basically a bad reference to the up and down votes. I just wanted to add something new, something a little different. So that was my excuse. I was like, oh, I can make one-way elevators, and yeah, it's an upvote or a downvote. So yeah, the elevators, they only go one direction, and it's just a way to navigate through the different levels. One of the hazards down below, just something that I just thought of, like, what would be just a standard collision hazard in a science lab? And so obviously just kind of electric node thingies. So you don't want to touch those. But yeah, so a lot of just basic level design, seeing what works and what doesn't. Just kind of doing background stuff. If we look here, you will see the scum of the internet still there. Basically, as the levels progress, it'll introduce a new enemy or a new type of hazard or something, but because it's the internet, the other guys tend to follow. So there's always internet scum in pretty much every website or every forum that you're on, so they just follow suit. And with these mods, they're the new enemy for this one. But yeah, this is basically what I've been working on for the most of the Read It forums. Alright, so on the more aggravating stuff, or the stuff I've had to fix, this is the last, basically the main boss battle. This is the admin of the internet. I thought it would be cool to take the computer from Courage the Cowardly Dog, and basically make him the overseer of the entire internet. And basically shove the monitor into a humanoid body type thing. But yeah, he's been watching Todd this whole time, and he interjects. This is kind of one of the main boss battles here. And yeah, the idea that I have for this level is I'm trying to basically make it look like an old computer monitor in the background running just basically execution code stuff. I don't know. And it's basically just set on a loop. And one of the main challenges that I have, and frankly still am having a little bit, it's getting you might be able to tell now there's a bit of a light effect or somewhat of a light shining in the center. I have to still tweak the light a little bit more, but the main issue I was having was I could not for the life of me figure out why the light was only shining in the corner of the screen. And I was pulling my hair out because I was checking I basically have almost the same lighting system throughout the entire game. It's just adjusted to fit the world that it's in. So for example, in the Mootworks sewer system, there are lights along the walls, and so there's a smaller light source coming from each of the lamps that are mounted to the wall. With this one, the light is more to give an effect of like a screen in the background. Definitely not anything advanced, not very good, but It's good enough, and it's what I can manage. But yeah, the main issue I was having was, again, in the top left corner of the screen. That's all you could see was that top left corner, and you could barely make out the characters on screen. And basically, for whatever reason, I thought it would be a good idea in the creation code to just kind of permanently fixture the light source into the left corner. No idea how I did that, or I should say why I did that. But yeah, when in doubt, sometimes it helps to check the creation code to see if you may have put something in there. So yeah, this is the boss battle. This is the admin of the internet. The main attacks are fairly simple. He's set to randomly teleport to one of the four corners, and during that time he'll shoot these static balls, which I have the collisions turned off. And then this part right here is when it allows the player to basically do damage to him. So we'll let that cycle play out again. So you jump on him, and that happens. I'm kind of proud of that, actually. Again, not the most pretty thing, but I was pretty proud of that. Let's try to do that again. I still got a lot of work to do on this, obviously. Mostly the collisions need some fine-tuning, and if I can, I want to see if I can do a bit better job with the randomization of where the admin teleports, because as you can see, sometimes like he might teleport 3 times at once on the same spot. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been working on with that. Yesterday I sent a mini build of both the Reddit forums and the boss battle over to my buddy Brendan, who is helping a lot with QA.
Meanwhile,
yeah, so don't tell Blake, guys, but I actually haven't played this game a single time yet.
So hopefully he's finding a lot of bugs right now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to fixing them. One of the biggest challenges with this project, aside from actually learning how to make a game and program and all that fun stuff, the main challenge has been trying to juggle this along with my personal life. You know, I have an actual job outside of this, and I have 2 kids I have to provide for. In between providing for my family and giving them the time and attention that they deserve, finding time to squeeze this into my schedule has been pretty tough. Basically, my office is in the basement, and it can get really challenging sometimes to dedicate some time to work on the game, and I'm basically kind of isolating myself from the rest of the house. Sometimes it's great, but a lot of the times I can't really afford that luxury. You know, I need to be able to pay attention to what's going on around the house and make sure that if my kids need me for something, I can quickly help them out with whatever they need. And so a lot of times I'm actually forced to stay up really late at night, because that's the only time I can really find to work on the game when everybody's asleep and I don't have to worry about taking care of the kids, and I can just focus on the game. So yeah, I kind of decided enough was enough. This would really benefit me, and yeah, I bought myself a Windows laptop. So this is the laptop I decided to get, and it is awesome, and I'm so happy about this. It is the Lenovo C930. Now let me tell you basically what I was looking for in a laptop. It needed to be lightweight, and it needed to be a 13 or 14 inch laptop. To me personally, laptops are meant to be very portable, and a lot of times I just find 15 inch laptops to be too big. Now the main drawback with that is with a lot of 15 inch laptops, that's when they include the dedicated GPU. Unfortunately, this one does not have that. However, this gets to the next part that I wanted. I really needed my laptop to have a Thunderbolt 3 and USB Type-C, and this one has that. It's great because I basically wanted something that is as future-proof as I can get. To me, a laptop, if you're spending good money on it, should last you at minimum 5 years. The laptop I've been using for the longest time now is a 2012 MacBook Pro, so that's definitely gotten its use out of me. The downside to it being an ultra-portable 2-in-1 machine is that pretty much everything is soldered on. I got the 16 gigs of RAM, It's 500 gig SSD storage. Yeah, I think this will last me a good amount of time. And the nice thing too, again, about that Thunderbolt 3 is that I can plug in an eGPU if need be. I basically just wanted something that was a very good portable game development machine for what I'm doing. I'm mostly focusing on 2D game development, so a dedicated GPU wasn't entirely needed. It does have the Thunderbolt 3, so if I really need to, I can plug in an eGPU. But yeah, this thing suits my needs perfectly, and one of the great things about this is that the keyboard's solid. A lot of times with thin and light laptops, the keyboards aren't that great. But the really nice thing about this that I like that some people might find silly is, for those of you who don't know, GameMaker has a built-in sprite editor. Basically, instead of using a program like Photoshop or Sprite or anything like that, I can just use the sprite editor in the engine. And this thing has a built-in stylus, and it charges inside the laptop. So what's nice is I'll be working on a level. I can quickly then just convert it to tablet mode, pop out the stylus, quickly work on whatever sprite I need to do, and then I can just plug this thing back in, go back into standard laptop mode, and get back to coding or level design or whatever I need to do. Definitely worth the price, and I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something light, but that is also very versatile. Now, the next toy I got isn't really a big help for the development side of things, but I think this is going to be great for the channel and should be a lot of fun, and that is simply the Elgato. I finally got one of these things, HD60S. I actually got a refurbished model on Amazon for 99 bucks. I was a little worried because the reviews are kind of all over the place, but I tested this thing out. It works great. So yeah, expect some gameplay, I don't know, Let's Plays or something. Expect something gameplay-wise in the near future. Well, that's all I really have for this dev update. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope you are interested in the project. I'm still having a blast doing this. And if you are interested in what we are doing, please feel free to click the subscribe button to stay further in depth on what we're doing. Follow us on any of the social media platforms that we have linked down below. This month is going to be crazy busy, so expect a lot of updates and new content on this channel. Personally, I'm super excited to try out the Elgato. Leave a comment down below on what kind of games you might like to see played. But yeah, that's it for me. My name is Blake. Thank you so much for watching the video, and until next time, y'all have a good one.